Why you calling my line? I don't got time today. Give me the bag. I need a bag today. Tell me you love me, baby. Love when you lie to me.
What's good? What's good? That's Yana Shawty. Tell myself Queen of the Skull, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host.
Adio Lee.
And today we have a special guest. Okay, I met him because he rolled fat motherfucking blunts. Okay, that shit is spectacular and gets you feeling good. We got Pepe. Woo 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 woo.
Hell yeah! Big shout out to the ladies of Charisma.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
y'all ending season 2. I see.
Yes, it is.
You know,
a
so y'all
season
been at it. Hey,
Thank you.
keep it going. Keep it going. I
Thank
heard
you.
season 34. We got some people, already scheduled. You feel me? So
Right.
it's gonna be cool.
That's hella funny. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
I'm glad we're gonna get to chop it up because it's different. You feel me? You're very involved with like weed and the industry, like it's the cannabis industry, and that's just dope. It's different. Feel me? I feel like people have their own opinions and views when it comes to weed, and I feel like people who really know about weed, like they shine a good light on what we really do.
I try to, cause y'all already know. I'm Latino, so that's a big no growing up.
Yes.
Especially strictly Catholic. And I got the way I am is thanks to my grandparents, and they taught us to be a little religious and spiritual. So it's like I try to keep those same morals. My last name's Morales, so if I don't keep two morals, like, you feel me, I'm like, damn, I'm doing my name wrong. But thanks to them and the way I
For real. That makes sense.
That's why it's like thanks to them I try to be the way I am, because it's like they would give anything to anybody just because it's the right thing to do.
Right.
So that's what I try to do with weed, is just try to shine a positive light. And and it's like help others. With weed is for everyone.
Right.
So it's
my
like
life.
no, why do you think I push weed so much? This month is Pride Month, but it's also men's mental health month. You know what I mean? And that's a big thing, because weed saved my life, like you just said. I wouldn't be me without weed.
I want to be alive without weed.
Yeah, like that's why I push weed so much. And like I unfortunately, lost someone to mental health not too long ago. So, it's tough, and it's like, I appreciate you, and condolences to my friend, rest in peace. But it's like that's why I try to push weed so much and stuff like that, because it helped me. Unfortunately, he didn't really smoke, but it is what it is. But that's why weed helps me, and however I could push that and maybe help someone else, like why not?
When did you first get? Not when did you first. When did you first smoke? When did you start smoking ever?
It's funny. I sold weed before I started smoking. I didn't start smoking weed until like 17. Because I was like, I've always been about my money. You feel me?
Right.
In elementary school, I was selling Pokemon cards, and like, I wanted that sandwich. I'm like, oh, I got these Pokemon cards. I'll trade you for your sandwich.
Right.
So I was like, I don't know. It just never called my attention. It called my attention, but I didn't need it yet.
Right.
And then one day I hit it, and I just never went back, and that was just the rest is history. And it's like that's my love to the end of time.
When did you know that you wanted to be involved in it, like business wise, and like making money wise, and just making it an income and dispensaries? Because that's I feel like people who work in dispensaries and like do all that, that's like a love for real. That's a love you have for weed, because you're taking the patience and the time to learn the flower, and be able to learn, get that knowledge to explain it to other people.
Yeah, because as a bud tender, man, you don't make shit for money. So shout out to all my motherfucking bud tenders. I know, say shout out to Bloom Room, because they give me a space to be myself.
For sure.
And not every place is like that. Like most dispensaries are very corporate. And as y'all see, I'm not corporate at all. You feel me? I be showing up, hella lit before my interview at Bloom Room, smoked a fat ass chop. And then it's like, once I got there, they're the same like me. They just love weed. Right. It helped them, and that's why they are where they're at. And that's why I've been there. It's definitely not for the money. We do it there because we love weed.
That's like the Bloom Rooms where we do that show?
No. Bloom Room's over there downtown on 5th and Mission on Chelsea Street.
Upstairs thing too?
No, that was Green Door.
Oh,
Yeah. Unfortunately, they closed down, but Green Door was. But Green Door, that was a spot back in the day. You feel me? Of people, back in the medical. No, that's why. And for me, I've always been around like all those spots. Even if I didn't have my medical card or I wasn't 18, if you grew up in the city and you were in the weed industry and you were a cool person, you were able to get access to whatever. And that's why I be everywhere, because it's like I've been out and about doing this I've always been that young stoner. Now I'm older, you know, I'm now that weed businessman, but it's like, you know, being out there like from a young age definitely helped me now.
How do you feel about how when it went from medical to recreational?
Yeah.
To be real, it's cool, but if you were a part of the industry before, man, it was different. It was wild. It was fun. Like now, like I said, it's more corporate. You know, it's cool, you know, because everyone could smoke and, you know, people and now that it's like that, people are able to research it more.
Right.
You know, so it benefits us because we're able to look into more of the benefits of cannabis, and that's able to reduce, like how you guys were talking about the activists that was going to be on about the homelessness.
Yeah.
Man, give those motherfuckers weed. Like, trust me, like there are some people that could benefit from weed and it'll help them get off all that stuff. I'm not saying all of them, but some of them, you feel me? I go around and just give joints or weed to, you know, homeless people. It's like, cause man,
that's hella cool. You do? That's hella cool.
Yeah, cause it's like they're people too, man. And you know, when I'm walking around, of course they smell my joint and they're like, oh, it smells good. And I'm like, do you want one? And you feel me? I'm like, and they just smoke and like sit down, and I try not to post about it because they're people too. What I do is not for clout or nothing. I do this shit just cause if Instagram didn't exist, I would still be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Just no one would know. If you were there and you smoked weed or you happened to be at the event, you met me. But if not. Like once my Instagram's gone, it's gone. Cause it's like I just do it out of love for weed, you know, and people.
That's hella dope.
How do you guys feel about like what it did to the black market when it went when the federal law like basically stopped it from being medical? Like once it's turned recreational, then it's well, even when it just, first of all, what I mean is when it got legalized in a whole. How do you guys feel about what it affected the black market? Like for me personally, like in school when I was younger, like, you know, we used to do our little thing with the trees and whatever. Yeah. And like, so it's like, I feel like with the black market, it hella affected the flow of people's, like, regular people's who gets trees off and stuff. Like,
you
their
know, like,
income,
it's crazy.
And even going to, like, jail for it, too. Like, serving long time.
Yeah.
It's crazy because, I guess, like, some people, I know some people it affected, but a lot of the people that I cop from, shout out the Q on 3rd Street, shout out some of the boys downtown.
Shout out Paloux. I'm right off there, off 3rd and Paloux, born and raised.
But they never stopped, feel me? They always had dope smoke. They always had it. So, like,
no, but I'm saying, like, there were, like, the consequences now of getting, like, you know, if somebody does get caught with tree now, it's like, it's such a bad, you know.
Wait, I didn't even know.
Man, if you,
because it's like, now it's a federal offense.
Okay, if you're in the weed,
because they post up.
No, that's right. If you're in the weed industry, like, that's what I be telling people. If you sell weed, we know the fucking consequences. What happens if we selling weed? We selling weed. You know what I mean? It's like,
I didn't even know
it's just a lot worse.
Lost.
No, out here in the city, out here in the city, like, trust me, I've been pulled over by, like, I'll be walking around and I had hella weed on me, and the cops were just like,
I'm not saying having weed on you, but like selling. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you have a scale in your backpack and you have weed, they're accusing you of selling, and that's why I'm trying to tell you. I'm like, that's what happened to me. But they ain't tripping off weed. They dudes over there selling heroin. And that's the people they tripping off.
Maybe that's the like. Yeah.
And it has to do how you interact with cops too. Yeah. If you're gonna be an asshole trying to fight with them, man, you ain't gonna win that fight.
Yeah, right now there's a pandemic.
I've dealt with a lot of situations like that, and like I'm a girl and I'm super sweet, and like they were not like that with me, at least. I had a case for like 3 years, and it was a federal offense too, and it was like some dumbass shit. So like I just feel like everyone has different experiences.
Well, yeah, that's why like some cops are cool, some cops are not. And luckily
the reason
for me,
I brought it up is because me personally, I've had a really bad experiences with just how the law changed and when it became legal and stuff like that. It just changed a lot. Even for people that sell, I feel like now they sell more to the cannabis clubs now. Like people that are really pressing weight like that.
I know
now you gotta sell to the clubs. Like, you know what I mean?
I know a couple of people that go and sell some peas off to the club for sure.
Right.
But to be real, the black market's killing it.
Yeah,
like
they are.
like that's why like. like that's what I tell people. It's like yeah,
and they're
dispensers
making their
are cool.
shit like legit brands,
Oh
which
yeah,
I love to see right now, bro.
like that's what people don't realize. Those brands all started in the black market. They just had enough money and just knew the right people to be
Right.
able to take it to the next level. But all those brands, cookies, shout out Backpack Boys, but like them, they come from nothing, and now they just poop. It's all about clout, just
Right.
building your little following, and that's it. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. Like that's why, like I have a cookies tattoo. And I used to hella rep cookies, but it's like they're not putting money in my pocket. You know what I mean? So I had to go create my own little brand, and that's
What's your
what I.
Tell
brand?
us more about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Pepe 420. You know, and it's after my grandpa, cause he's the one that I am the way I am, like to be with people, to be respectful. You know, it's like this game's like very interesting, and I like to play it very strategic and very smart, and you know I like to build bridges and to keep them that way. Because in this industry, man, people are snakes. People
Yeah.
just care about money. And for me, it's not about money. Like I said, it's about getting good weed to good people. And you know, and my brand is not in the stores, and nor I want it in the stores to be real. Because then it's just gonna sit there. I'd rather go out and about, and I don't want to be in every store. I just want to be to like the people I know. And if it gets that big and I spread out, cool. But if not, I just want to help my city, you know, and just start there. I got to start home. And even smaller than that, I got to start with the people around me. Make sure they cool, make sure I'm cool, so we could all be cool and just build from there.
So what about your expanding? Like you said, you were going to go to LA,
Yeah, so doing some stuff out there. I can't really talk about everything.
but you're moving
'Cause
out there, right?
yes,
Yeah.
moving
Push
out.
your brand out there.
Exactly. You know, like I said, it's all about going all over. I
Mhm.
already go to a bunch of events here. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah, now you can expand. You know what
exactly.
I mean? Like, now
And
you
for
can
me, it's
expand
like
your-
it's scary, but you know, you got to get uncomfortable sometimes and just go into a new world and just see what's up. You know, it's like, and there's so much out there, and like, you know, that I could tap into, even with weed. You know, now I'm getting into like, you know, helping artists. People want me to manage them and stuff, but it's like, no, I'm just trying to do my thing. But like, there's so many opportunities that just come up when you get out of your comfort zone, and just like this interview. You know, I'm super shy, but it's like sometimes you just gotta do some shit, and just hopefully that just keeps the momentum going. And then it's like you never know who you're gonna help out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just from even just speaking up. You know, because there's so many people that want to speak up, and we don't, because we hold ourselves back. So that's why I'm like, fuck, let me just do this interview, because y'all cool people, and I feel,
Thank you.
you know, I ran into y'all in like events and stuff. So your guys' music super dope. So shout out to you, Queen of the Skull. Yeah, I haven't seen you perform yet, but I definitely will probably at these events and stuff. So
I just turn my performances down. I'm not ready. I haven't dropped my first album yet.
oh, we'll
Yeah.
be waiting for that. You know what I mean? So I actually have an album I'm working on with Mike Angelo and Cuddy. So shout out to them.
That's
Just-
hella dope. Are
yeah,
you rapping in Spanish?
No,
Oh.
nah. Yeah, definitely.
not?
One day. So as a kid, so away from all that.
Like I do reggaeton. It's really dope.
No, yeah. And if I were to do anything, it'd be like some corridos. Like,
I love
you know-
You know what? I think
corridos.
you mentioned something like that.
Yeah,
I think
and
you said
so
like,
that-
oh, my type of music.
so-
Carnival, no?
yeah, but that's been my dream since I was a kid. Like
I
this
love
is
corridos.
in my.
If you made
in-
that, I will listen to it. for sure.
I've actually been writing stuff since I was a little kid, but like I said, I'm shy, and this is actually the first time I probably talk about it. I've mentioned it to people like randomly, but it's like that's been a dream since I was a kid, and it's like my grandpa's is a well-known singer where we're from.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
so
So
it's
you
like
be
and
singing too then?
You're like, yeah.
no,
If you're doing
but
corridos, damn near,
but
right?
it's like I sing to myself because it helps myself. That goes back to like mental health, because it's like
Right.
trying to express myself.
Music is
And
healing.
exactly, and that's why I was like, oh, let me try something new. Cuddy was posting some dope ass motherfucking beats as he always comes up with.
Shout out, Cuddy.
Shout out
Yeah,
motherfucking
keep it
Cuddy on the
warm.
beat. But yeah, like, and I just hit him up because I be hella high at views, and sometimes I just want to listen to stuff. Sometimes I don't want to hear people talking. I just want to hear instrumentals and put my own story or whatever I'm trying to do into it. And you know, and I just hit him up one time like, hey, Mac, what's up, Cuddy? Like let's do something, or like, you know, like what do I gotta do, or you know, or I just want that beat, like, you know, can I put it on my
Cuddy's
video?
made some of the best beats I've heard in the Bay, to be honest with you.
When I've heard that beat that he put, and luckily we're gonna have it on this album, and it's just an instrumental album, cause like I said, I'm
Oh, No.
Yeah. Well, now Michelangelo says he wants to do something else with that and do a part 2. And I guess, we'll do something like that, have some artists on there. I know a bunch of
That'd be
dope artists
dope.
that'll be hella down, so
That's
it's like,
dope.
yeah, it's just like showing people how creative you could be and just.
Where are you from? You're Mexican?
I'm Mexican and Guatemalan. So
Alright.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but I'm born here in Frisco.
Right.
Yeah, so I just try to stay connected with all my roots. That's why it goes back to like Don Pepe, that's my grandpa. Like loving corridos like Mexico but also like marimba, that's Guatemalan music. Shout out to my mom. She's Guatemalan, so much love to my mom. But it's like, so it's just like, why not? Like, it's like, what do I got to lose? All could have said was no, and I would have been like, okay, and then I would have still kept listening to stuff. But he's like, nah, like, let's do something. Then Michelangelo and them talked, and then it turned into something else. I was like, oh shit, now we got this, and I'm just like,
that tends to happen with Mike.
no, but that's cool because it's like, man, you never know where something's gonna go unless you speak up.
Right.
And that's why sometimes, especially now that I'm older, I try to speak up because it's like, man, quiet mouths don't get fed.
For sure.
And I was a quiet ass kid, especially in school, because I'm like, I don't know, and then I was just slowly got out of it, and it just got
Well,
more
you're
comfortable.
killing it right now, bro.
Right on.
Back to the rooted in the Latino, I think that's really smart and really dope that you're like going that lane because the Latin market is much more welcoming as well.
If La Raza welcomes you, you will forever be loved.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Forever.
So I think that's
Amen to
super
that.
dope that you're like trying that route, not only with the music and the corridos, but also cannabis, like the name Don Pepe 420. That's the Latin market just there
Yeah.
with the Don.
Right
And
on.
then you add the Pepe, and it's like, oh
It's
yeah,
there.
nigga. So that's super dope. I'm excited to see how that. And you're going to LA with it. It's
Yeah, you
And
can expand.
it's a
lot.
matter of
There's
time.
hella raza out there.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I just want them to
100%.
understand, like, I'm a little different, and I'm from out here, but it's all love.
You know what?
Yeah.
People from out here stand out there, though.
Oh, I
You
know.
what
That's
We
why, like,
different. We definitely different, like you said. We got that certain.
We got that
just
sauce.
we got that
Yeah.
certain, yeah, we got
little-
that certain little touch, you feel me? And that's why I'm just trying to go out there and be like, hey, I'm just trying to unite more people, like let's all get together and, bring LA, the Bay. And I want, like y'all were talking about Texas. I'm talking to some people in Texas, and we make moves over there in Texas. So it's like, it's like I need to one day head over there because people have been telling me, because I know artists out there. I know people that smoke out there that, just get shit done and make money, and they just want to link up and just grow from there.
Good luck with all your future travels and endeavors, and I'm sure that you're gonna be able to expand and touch more people's lives, like you said, because you enjoy helping people and making them feel better, and like saving lives with weed and all that good stuff, and all the other things that you got going on. I'm really excited for you because I think that's dope that you get to like
Right on.
spread that more and get out of the Bay and kind of bring that to the new areas.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I feel like for certain people you got to,
Yeah.
like for me, like I don't make music, so like my music can't reach out there. But if I go out there, I could like go to events and I promote myself.
Right.
It's like I just roll up with like 10 big ass joints, and it's like
Okay.
light them up. It's like
Halloween.
you know what I mean, like. And like say my joints go from an eighth, those are called sicarios. The 7 grammer is called the Guerrero. My 10 grammer that I'm known for is called the Mexicano. And
That's
so-
crazy.
Yeah, and it's just like I just go to events and just smoke up, with people like
Right.
you've seen like that.
Yeah.
I just that's all I like to do, and
It's an experience for sure.
and
It's
that-
memorable, so it's
No,
dope.
thank you,
Yeah,
you.
it's
And
dope.
it's like that's just something I try to create for people. It's like if you run into me and I'm smoking, it's like I just want to take you out of your world for a second, just give you a chance to just laugh and just enjoy the moment, like when
Right.
people are smoking like my big ass joints, like it could be a random person, it could be the shyest person, but then there's a star for that like moment. And I've had people tell me, they're like, damn, I've never had people ask me to take pictures, just because they were smoking the joint. And I'm like, yeah, and like, it's like, because I want to create good experiences for people because
Right.
it just helps them feel better. And for me, I just laugh because I'm like, haha, you're going to get high.
Right.
And it's just funny to me. It's like,
yeah, no, for real. I'm like loaded. Where schools did you go to?
damn. So I went for
He
elementary.
said, "Damn."
Yeah. Well, that's hella long ago, and I was like the
How
only,
was it? What years were you?
I graduated in 2012. So I'm 28.
Okay,
Mm.
gotcha.
Yeah. So cool ass minute. It's been more than 10 years. I was thinking about it the other day because I'm still friends with like 2 good friends of mine since 6th grade and my other best friend since sophomore year. And we're all like best friends, and like they're like my true best friends. Like they smoke, but they don't smoke like that. They're like my true friends, like that. Like I played video games with, like who is like
Pokemon?
since no, we're gonna go watch Transformers this after Amino Day. It's like those are my real friends where I'm like they know me, they've known
That's
me.
dope to have that though.
Yeah, exactly. Like for me, I like with them, it's like they know the real me, and I'm always me. So it's like they're like, oh, this will never change. Like that's why I go kick it with them. That's why we're gonna go watch Transformers. We just watched Spider-Man as all 4 of us. Like it's like
That's like the perfect.
no, and I laughed because I looked at us at one point because we were at my boy's crib and we were playing video games. I'm like, I told him like we've never fucking changed, and I was happy about that because it's like, I'm still myself. They're still them, and like that's real as fuck.
Survive.
Yeah, especially it's like from knowing people that long, and in the weed industry or just in life in general, there's hella motherfucking snakes out there. Right. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm glad I was able to keep like that circle like tight.
That's so good that you cherish friendship like that. Like
that, and that's real fucking friendship. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And it's like say like I met Sean now. I've known you for a cool minute, and I know you've known Mike Angelo for a cool minute, and I see Mike Angelo as fam. So if he introduces me to someone, it's like okay, you know, right. Like break bread with them. Like let's talk business. Like, right. How could we help each other? Just like, oh, that's a good motherfucking person. Cause that's all I want to surround myself with. People that want to get it, people that are just gonna be cool. It's like, like just work together. Like fuck all that negativity. I don't want shit from no one. You know what I mean? Like, I like life's not gonna give me anything. I'd rather just work for it. I'm never jealous of what someone else's have. I want to see people succeed, especially the people around me.
That's good. Yeah. The humbleness comes with blessings. So
yeah, it definitely does. Thank you.
What are your next plans, or what's next for like Pepe? What's next for you?
Fuck, like man, to be honest, I just live my day. There's no plan. Like I never knew the joints just became a thing. I've just always smoked. Like like right. It's like I like everything.
So the brand, you're just going as it goes.
Yeah, like there's never been a plan. Like everything just happens. Like I just like wake up. I'm like, oh, I hit some people. Hey, you want to smoke? And then they're like, hey, let's collab. Then they're like, oh, let's do this. And I'm just like, all right. It's
that's
like
cool though. That's like That's like what? That's hella cool.
Dude, like that's what I mean. Like I just showed up here and they're like, yo, you want to hop on the mic? I'm like, not really. And then they're like, it's like, and then it's like, I'm like, why not? Like these are cool ass people, and I see y'all's vision. I see what it will become and what it is. That's why it's like, however I could support, of course I'm down. And even if it means getting out of my comfort zone, it's like, why not help 2 Latinas, come up. You know what I mean? It's like I want to see everyone succeed. Doesn't matter what race, they're female, male, whatever the fuck they want to be. Fuck it. Shoot for the stars and go past that.
Nice. That was a good one. Before we wrap up, I want you to leave people with a piece of advice that they could take with them.
Damn. That's easy. Just invest in yourself. Investing.
Everything he was saying was advice already.
No, for real.
It's just like invest in yourself, and that's it. What do you have to lose? Like, don't be afraid to just be you, and like just like try some new stuff. Every day I try to learn something new, meet one cool new person that I could help, or they could teach me something, and then like build from there, and like just try to do something like that every day. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, thank you for tuning in and sitting down with us.
No, thank y'all. Shout out Mike Angelo. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Hopefully in a couple months we can have you back and see where you're at with it then.
Damn, hell yeah. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
All love. And that is a wrap for season 2, okay? Stay tuned in for season 3, y'all.
Season 3.